As much as we love our little fur babies, we also want the reassurance that they love us back. Some of us need that reassurance more than others. Me, I'm talking about myself. And what is the foundation of love? Say it with me now. Trust. But how do we know if our dogs trust us? Let's bark about it. Welcome back to Alpha Paw, your destination for everything dog. I'm Bernie Zilio, and I'm on a mission to answer every doggone question you have ever had about your fur babies. And today, we're talking about signs that your dog trusts you. While we often talk about our dogs giving us unconditional love, building a bond and real trust with your pup actually takes some time. It's not all belly rubs and treats, especially if your dog has had some bad experiences with humans in the past. So how do you know if you've earned your doggo's trust? The first sign is that he or she looks you in the eyes. While this may not seem like a huge deal for us humans who are accustomed to making eye contact all the time, it's actually a pretty big thing for dogs. Eye contact between dogs can often be the equivalent of staring each other down. It can be issued as a threat and a sign of dominance. You may have noticed that your canine companion will try to avoid making eye contact with their other doggo friends. So when your dog is willing to look you straight in your eyeballs, it means that he or she may not see you as a threat and is not fearful that you may enact some form of aggression on them. Plus, scientists have shown that when you and your pupper lock eyes, oxytocin levels, the feel-good hormone, increase in both of you, which is actually the same hormone that's released when a human mother lovingly gazes into her baby's eyes, which helps establish a bond between the two. So if I'm doing my research right, this means that my dog Pod is definitely my biological child and we are bonded for life. The hormone levels prove it. #science. The second sign to look out for confirmation that your dog trusts you is that he or she will sleep or cuddle with you. As we've talked about in previous videos, our dogs are at their most vulnerable state when they're sleeping. So while we may get annoyed when they hog up the whole bed or accidentally paw us in the face mid-puppy dream, we should just be grateful that they trust us enough to sleep near us at all. Not to mention the fact that wolves and wild dogs usually sleep in small, confined spaces, cuddled up to other pack members who they trust to protect them, should there be any predators or threats. Okay, stop. See, this is where I lose it. Our dogs think that we are in their pack and feel like they can count on us to protect them in the face of danger. I mentally, physically, and spiritually cannot deal every time I hear facts about how our pups treat us like fellow pack members. It just melts my heart. So PSA right now, if your dog wants to sleep in your bed, even if they want to sleep on top of you or force you to curl up on a sliver while they take up the other 90% of your king-size bed, you let them. They trust you. And knowing that is more valuable than any sleep you could ever get, I tell myself. The last sign we're going to talk about today is if your dog doesn't panic when you leave home. I know this one seems a little counterintuitive, but stay with me. If your dog loves and trusts you, then they likely want you home all the time and don't want you to ever leave. While that may be true, if your dog panics when you leave or gets separation anxiety, that is a totally different story. Dogs who freak out when they're left alone may fear that they'll be left alone forever, that their human is never coming back. This can manifest in your pup whining, crying, scratching at the door, or even just getting into some bad behavior. It's normal for our dogs to be not so happy with us when we leave for the market or for work, when leaving the house for work was a thing. But you want your dog to feel 100% confident that you're coming back to them and remain calm while you're gone. It may take a while, but eventually, when your pup realizes that you come back every time, that the freezer aisle didn't swallow you up, that trust will be established and they'll be able to relax. Does your dog display any of these signs that they trust you? Or does your doggo have other habits that signal to you that they feel completely comfortable and safe with you? Let me know in the comment section below. Again, I'm Bernie Zilio and this is Alpha Paw. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss one single doggone episode. We'll see you next time.